What's going on, people? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to another match preview. Big London derby today. Chelsea versus Arsenal. First versus, I think, fifth or sixth, or wherever the fuck we are on the table. Hopefully, we don't drop any lower. Hopefully, Arsenal drops a bit lower. But we're going to delve into everything regarding Arsenal versus Chelsea. Got my guy, as always. Welcome back to the channel, Troopz here again. What are you telling me, my guy? You all good?
Come on, family, you know the vibe. Back again, you get me. Last couple of times I pulled up, man's left with the W, so you get me. I'm looking for another one, you know, like that.
I hear that. But how confident are you feeling for this game? Because I can't lie, this is the first time we have played Arsenal in years, probably since like 15, 16 times, where all the confidence, all the belief is on the red side of London. And I haven't seen Chelsea fans look so depressed going into this sort of game before in ages. And I can see off the smile on your face, man. How are you feeling?
Bro, under Emery, when we beat, Fulham 5-1 away, I said we have our Arsenal back. That was a big mistake, you understand? Now I'm starting to see traits of the old Arsenal in this new Arsenal. You get me? Mm-hmm. There's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot to be proud about as an Arsenal fan at this moment in time. You get me? We're flying high in the Premier League. We're flying high in the Europa. We've missed that last 32. Unlike Man United, they have to play Barca or Juve or even fucking Sporting Lisbon, whereas we get the week off. You understand? So I'm seeing improvements all over the pitch. I think we defensively look stronger. I'm confident going into this game. You get me? There's only one. If we did a combined 11, there's only one man from your team that gets into my team right now, and that's not even the man that I'm scared of. That's the worst thing. The man I'm scared of don't even get into this team right now.
Who's the one that scares you then? Who's the one that scares you?
Sterling, because Raheem. You get me, fellow Jamaican, Marvelly, Gaza, we say Kingston 20. But that little fucker there, blood, he loves put me in a spliff, blood. You understand? He loves to score goals against me. He loves goals against Arsenal. So for me, he's the one. He's the one that I worry about. Anyone else, like even down to Abba, like the form he's on, I'm not really worried about him, blood.
Let's talk on Aubameyang, because I can't lie, here's the elephant in the room for this fixture as well. First game back against Arsenal, playing in a Chelsea shirt, which I can't lie, it's still so weird to see. It's like, you know, like when Giroud came to Chelsea and for the first 5 or so months, it still didn't feel real. I'm in that same sort of vibe with Aubameyang. And for you, like you and him are bros. Everyone knows you and his relationship. How are you feeling about him at Chelsea, and how are you feeling about facing him for the first time in, I think, ages for you? Last time was again when he was still at Dortmund, weren't he?
Last time we crossed paths was Dortmund. We put him in a spliff, home and away. Let's get that in as well, blood. You understand? But yeah, when he signed for Chelsea, obviously me and him were cool. We have a little relationship. So I just hit him up and said, like, Chelsea, raw. That's what I said. I said, Chelsea, raw. And then he was like, bro, like, they're not going to play me at Barca. This is an opportunity for me to play. I think I can still offer something at a high level. I said, fair enough, I hear that, you get me, but this ain't like Barca. You understand? I can't support you. You get me? This ain't no blood clot Yang. I'm not going to be looking out for you. I'm not going to be defending you. When you're on the pitch, you're by yourself, blood. You understand? You no longer have the protective shield from me that has been taken away. Off the pitch, gang business to the world and back. It's kind of like me and X, kind of like me and you. Off the pitch, we're bros till the end, but on the pitch, you man are straight pussy-holes and I want to put you in a spliff. And that is the same with Abba at this moment in time. You get me? He knows the vibe. He knows I'm not going to hold back. And I think that's why our relationship is still what it is, because he respects my opinion. I respect that he has to do what he has to do. He respects that I'm an Arsenal fan. I got to do what I got to do. So you get me? It's going to be weird seeing him coming up against me, pause, but you understand, man know me already. I'm an Arsenal fan.
What
if he If he scores, it is what it is, blood. You get me? Me and him already had this discussion about if he would celebrate or not. And he said to me that it depends. It depends on how he's feeling on that day. He said he might celebrate. He said he might not. He said, I'm not going to say I'm not going to celebrate and then I'm doing backflips. You understand? Obviously, if the Arsenal fans are giving him a hard time, if he scores a goal, he's probably going to celebrate. We will give him a hard time as well. Like, he better be ready to endure that Diego Costa treatment. That Diego Costa used to.
You're telling me he might celebrate?
There is a high chance that he could celebrate. There is a very, very, very high chance that he could celebrate. You get me? It all depends on how he's feeling on the day. You get me? Especially how he hasn't scored a goal for a while against Arsenal. He don't have a problem with Arsenal. He don't have a problem with the fan base. It's more, yes, it's more him and Arteta. You get me? He hasn't told me feelings on Arteta, but you know that, you get me, the beef is with Arteta. You get me? So if he was to celebrate, I don't think it is to disrespect the fan base like a Van Persie did, like an Adebayor did. I think this is more a fuck you to Arteta.
So if anything, it'd be a little front flip in front of Arteta at the dugout or something like that.
Yeah, like, or he might do a slide and just like look towards the Arsenal bench, but he's not gonna do nothing to incite the Arsenal fans. He has no qualms with the Arsenal fans. Like,
yeah, that I don't even think it's that bad. Like, I always think this idea that you can't celebrate against your former club, it's a little bit like a gesture just for gesture's sake. I think, like, as long as you're not doing it towards, like, let's say the away end where the Arsenal fans are, for example, I don't even think it would be that deep personally.
Yeah, like, if he doesn't incite the fans, like, say he scored at the not the shed end, what is it, the Matthew Harding? Yeah, if that's your end, no?
Yeah.
If he scored at your end, that's like the North Bank, that's like the Stretford end. You get me? Like, he might do a little front flip, you understand? But if he was to score in the shed end, I think he'd run the opposite way. Kind of like what Van Persie did at Old Trafford. When he scored where the away end was, but he ran to the left. He didn't run towards the Arsenal fans, and he did that mad knee slide in front of the United fans. I think Abba could do something like that.
Interesting. Well, now I know Aubameyang could be celebrating. I'm even more excited for this game. But I actually thought he would have just done the little hands up like Cesc Fabregas, head it out a bit.
With Fabregas, you get me. He left the club with no animosity to the manager, i.e. Wenger, no animosity to the fans. With Aubameyang, you get me. There's a bit of animosity between him and Arteta. Arteta's still the manager as well. I think if it was another man in charge, he doesn't celebrate. He does not celebrate. I think because of the whole Arteta. Because even if you look at the BT Sport trailer that they dropped, it's him and Arteta at the start. You get me? He comes and says, Arsenal fans, don't take it personal. It's just business, but I'm back. I'm blue. And then as soon as they say that, you see Arteta pop up, then the players are going shush. But the first one they throw in there is Arteta. So you know it literally is. It's AA, bro. Arteta versus Aubameyang.
Yeah, because he could have been a lot more disrespectful in that advert and everything. He just said, I'm back. It is what it is. Try not to hate me too much, but we move. From a Chelsea perspective, anyway, how have you felt about the team this season? Because I bet you got a couple words to say for it, because we have been inconsistent, I think is the nice word for me to say it. But how have you thought of Chelsea's performance and how the team's looking? Because we look like a car crash. But what's your thoughts anyway?
I've had Goonie on the headlock most episodes this season, blood. You understand? Most episodes I've had him in the headlock and then just sent him to Zar. Zar give him a little squeeze as well. And then we let him breathe, blood. You understand? Because that's how your performances have been, blood. It's been up and down, yo-yo settings. You're getting slapped in Champions League. You're getting slapped in the Premier League. Your manager, that Tuchel started off moving like a terrorist. Holy for flipping. It was like it was a battle, blood. Who's got the most terroristic football, blood? Tottenham or Chelsea? You lot were battling for the number one terrorist spot. You understand? Obviously, Tottenham have won that battle because Potter Ball is still being, like, you understand, processed over to the players. But you can see there's glimpses of it. We know how he plays ball.
Stage one Arteta, innit? You
get me? We know how he plays ball at Brighton, so you know he'll bring that over to Chelsea. But with you lot, like, I look at you lot and I'm like, I don't really see you as a threat this season. I don't really see you as a challenge. You get me? Like, I see you more battling for the top four. I see us more seeing how close we can get to Man City.
How
think
close
that we're-
do you think you could get to City? Because I see Arsenal fans talking about a title race. Not a lot talking about winning the league. I think that's still pretty overstated. But
Apart,
do you
the only man who thinks we'll win the league is Zah. You get me? And Ty
think you
and
guys can win it?
I don't think we can win it. Zah thinks we can win it. He thinks Haaland gets
Yeah.
injured, then the door is wide open. But they still got Alvarez, they still got Bernardo, they still got Morris, they still got Foden, they still got Gundogan, they still got De Bruyne. The list is endless. You get me? Whereas if we miss Jesus, Eddie Murphy's coming through, and then you get me, shit's going left, like, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But me, like, I think we're in a title race this year. I don't think we're going to win the title, but I do believe we are in the conversation. That is where I want us to be as well.
Title race? Well, what do you think? Because like I see a lot of people talk about title race, but they never really define it. Because like I could see Arsenal.
So me personally, yes, I can see us finishing second, and I can see us staying.
Do you keep up with them?
Yeah, I can see us staying maybe within an 8-point margin of City up until start of April.
Even then, though, like, would you say that that's a title race? Because to me, a title race is like when you guys are neck and neck.
Because it is a title race, because all it takes is City to drop 2 games. You understand? So when you're in that 2-game barrier, you're within touching distance. They lose a game, they win a game, bow, it's 3 points. You understand? Then you're on their toes. Then you're putting pressure. You get me? So, you understand?
Okay, that I could understand a bit more. I could see you guys maybe stay around the 8 to 12 region, but that's again if you guys keep everybody fit. And I think that's the biggest question with Arsenal this season. To me, I've said, like, I'm not going to call Arsenal title contenders yet. If you lot are in the same position by, let's say, end of February, because you know after the World Cup we have that big fixture cramp period for like another month and a half. If you lot see that period out, if you see that period out, I'll put my hands up. I'll say Arsenal are title contenders.
So that's when you'll start taking. So what is that? When you'll start looking at us how you used to look at us?
What, like title rivals and everything?
Yeah, like we are your rival. You come Emirates, it's dangerous. We come Stamford Bridge, it's dangerous. Like,
yeah, because I had a lot of respect.
Because that's what I want to know. What's it going to take for rivals to start respecting us? Because we normally start shit. We started great. We're top of the league. Everyone thought we'd capitulate when we lost away to United. We went on to slap Tottenham and Liverpool. Everyone thought we'd capitulate after the PSV defeat. We bounced back again. Everyone thought we'd capitulate after the Southampton draw away. We bounced back again. What's it going to take for people to, like, does man have to, like, for me, Goonie, he's a pussy old blood, yeah? Straight bored pussy old blood. This motherfucker said to me, he will not rate man until we win the league, bro. I said, Donny, you're not even 4 years close to winning the league. How can you tell me this about my team, blood? Do you understand? So what's it going to take for rival fans to respect us? Because me personally, like, I think like we're getting to the stage where teams should be looking and be like, all right, cool, you know what? Arsenal are, all right, they got the ball rolling. Maybe we have to start looking at them in a different way again.
For me, like, I've been very consistent about this. End of February, you make it through this whole cramp period till the World Cup, you make it back out of there again, and you're in the same position by the end of February where you're either top or you're a couple points off City, fine. I can't say nothing, because if you manage to maneuver through both those periods, then I don't see how anyone else could really doubt you at that point. Right now, my thing with Arsenal is experience. You lot ain't been in this position before. And whether you can maintain that consistency for 38 games, I can't see it. Like, I definitely think
you think the signings of Jesus, Zinchenko, Premier League winners, you got Partey in there, he's won the La Liga title. You got that's about it still, if I'm being honest, blood. Yeah, that's it, blood. You got Saka, who's got to the Euro final. Yeah, Xhaka's experience. It's looking a bit more.
That's all tournaments. It's not a league. Like, there's different.
But like, all right, so Jesus and Zinchenko, they've won Premier Leagues. Partey's won La Liga.
3 players. And this is the thing, like, other than that, it's still a very young and inexperienced squad. Like, I think top 4, 100%, you guys should be making that. If you don't make that, the questions that are going to be asked are unimaginable. But I still think you make top 4 in general. The league, I'm not sure yet. I'm not too sure. Again, if you make it to February, I don't think there's any reason for anyone to doubt you, because you've managed to go through let's say 6 months, and about 4 of them have 3 games a week. And then you're going to go into an easier fixture list after that with a lot more gaps in between games. If you can ride it through now, you can 100% ride it through afterwards. But until then, I'm not sure, because City, to me, they've got more depth, they've got more experience, they've got a better quality team.
For me, City win the
kind
league.
of waiting for them to get first.
Yeah, for me, City win the league. I think we're the second best team in the league. I think we get second. I think we can push them, but I don't think we can win it. I think next year we get closer. I think this year, if we continue how we're going after the World Cup and we push them, then I think next year we can really, like, all right, cool. We go out in the summer, we get some Champions League players in because we'll be in the Champions League. We get rid of some of the shit that's still in the club. People know who I think that is. But yeah, man, for me, like, I think next season is where we can have a real title push. You get me? And try get. Like, for me, next season, like this season, I'm saying, like, second place and win the Europa League. I think that's an absolutely fantastic season for Arsenal Football Club after finishing 5th last year, not winning a trophy for the last 2 years. So I think that would be a fantastic season for us. Next season, push City the whole way, try and get a trophy again, and then, you get me, get into the later stage of the Champions League, semi-finals, quarter-finals. I want to be hitting them stages, blood. You get me? In my first season.
Realistic.
In my
That's
first season back.
Realistic.
Yeah. Like me, man know me, bro. When you chat to me, you get the realest from me, blood. You know me, I don't follow the bandwagon. I literally give my own point of view. If people don't agree with it, that's their business, blood. I'm just saying what I fucking feel. Majority of the time, it's the truth.
Exactly. I could see you lot make top 2. I could see you win Europa League. You have experience in that competition. Last time you were there, you made the semis. You've been to the final before. You guys could definitely win Europa. And then build on that. You have more depth as a result, because I still think one of the biggest questions about Arsenal is how you lot react to having long-term injuries. You lot get the depth for that. Yeah, no one can say anything at that point. Arsenal could easily win the league title, or at least push City even to the final day. Easily. But yeah, just to wrap up anyway, score prediction for Sunday. How are you feeling for the game?
Blood, you know, on the pod, I said 2-1, yeah? But I don't know what it is. I'm getting more confident as the game gets closer.
Anticipation, bro. I'm feeling the same way. And we're shit.
Yeah. And it's like seeing Saka play yesterday. I think that was your only hope if Saka was injured. I think that was the only hope you had of not losing the game. I think that was the hope that would have got you a point. You get me? But now there's no hope, blood, because Saka's ready to go. You get me? Martinelli's been tearing up everybody who comes in front of him. You understand? Whoever you put at right back, Aspilicueta, blood, he's having nightmares from tonight, bro. Trust me. Your left back don't even want to box Saka, bro. Yeah? They don't want to box Saka, blood.
Cucurella are back. Aspi, it is what it is.
Yo, these man don't want to back my young G's in the alleyway right now. And the man, they will back up the neck. Hey, wait, give me your iPhone, rude boy. Let me get that new iPhone, brother. Pat down. You get me? Trust me, G. But yeah, I said 2-1 on the pod, but I'm saying 3-1 Arsenal, blood.
Bro, we put another goal in there.
I'm saying 3-1 because I can see it being 2-1. You're trying to get that equalizer, and then the pace just Vutum, Martinelli, Vutum, Saka, Vutum, like, you understand? Odegaard just pings it over, like Odegaard or Partey just pings it over I can just see it, bro. I can see it, bro.
I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea. I'm still going for the Aubameyang double, but that all depends on if everything goes right. If we play 4 at the back, we're getting fucked. If we're playing 2 in midfield, we're getting fucked. If we kind of give you guys pressure, if we kind of let you guys play your game over the first 20, 30 minutes and just try and protect ourselves defensively, hit you guys on transition, maybe we can get something. I think if we try and come out and give you a game, we're pissed. But if everything goes to plan, 2-0 Chelsea, Aubameyang double, and hopefully Arsenal off top spot in the league. Hopefully permanently, but we will have to see. Troopz, as always, it's always been good talking, man. You guys already know where to find him, but the link will be in the description. Link will be in the title, Troopz TV, Back Again podcast. You guys already know. Also, check out the Back Again podcast because we featured on there too. Check it out on his channel. And yeah, like, subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you guys after 3 points at the bridge. Up the Chelsea.